Hey everyone, Emmanuel here, your certified body code practitioner, certified group energy facilitator. I wanted to drop in just for a quick little message for anyone that maybe you struggle with getting online and sharing your message and putting your business out there, even if you're a stay-at-home mom or you have a lot of insights for people. There's always a lot of people that just hold themselves back from like getting out there. I just went over to a Faith Over Fear event in Florida, thanks to Ray Higdon. So shout out to him. And there was a very powerful speaker named Cap Chatfield. And he said something to me that really, really punched me. Of all the things that I heard there was one that punched my heart because it basically reminded me of something that was very hurtful for me when I was in my practice. I think it was about a year ago. And so it kind of opened up some triggers in me. And what he said was, whose life is on the line because you won't show up online? So whose life is on the line because you won't show up online? So I want you to think about that. He even had an example of someone who commented on one of his YouTube videos and said, because of this video, I decided not to take my life today. And I will be very personal with you. Again, I'm going to keep names out of it because this is client private information. But there was a lady who came to me, and I believe she was in the India area, and her son was dealing with some very, very serious depression, suicide ideation. And she emailed me, and I was responding back to her that I feel like I can help out. But something happened that was very tragic, and I've never shared this before, is that a day before he was supposed to meet with me, he took his life. And she went downstairs and found him, and she was calling for him, and he didn't respond back. And that messed up my whole entire day. I remember just, what else could I have done, you know? And one of the things that I started thinking about when this person said this, Cap, is that how many times do we have this like message inside of us that we want to share, but it doesn't go out? But if you think about it, like, we could be saving someone's life. What if I was more productive in getting my message out there? Maybe he would have seen a video of mine and I could have saved him. You know, I think about that a lot. And so this is something that's very interesting, is that I ended up doing sessions on the mom to help her with grieving. But a lot of us, you know, suicide rate is higher than ever. Utah is the number one highest suicide rate in America. And I'm in Utah. So the thing is that it's a very, very serious matter. In fact, I want to go out there and go to schools and teach our teenage children, like, hey, just because you have these feelings, maybe you're not aware of this, but maybe you might have absorbed something. Maybe you inherited something. Maybe you got something in the prenatal times from your mother. Technically, that's not really you. And the reason why you might feel depression is because you don't know where it's coming from. When something is unknown to you and it's very hard to deal with, and then also you feel like you're alone, then that's where you start going into some suicide ideations, from what I've seen from my clients. So if they can feel like they're not alone, which I will prove it to them because of all the client stories I have, but also that these can be absorbed, inherited, they're not a victim of their emotional circumstance anymore. But again, I want to thank Cap for saying that, because I want to get more out there and share my message and things we're going to do. And I want to give you kind of some good news that did happen, though, is because I put so many videos out there on my YouTube channel, I was able to find a lady, and this is how God blesses you too, you know? So my mother, she passed away with pancreatic cancer, and it was a very tough time. I was her caregiver for about a year, and she was like withering away. And it was really tough. She was hallucinating. There were just very, very tough times where I had to like come to her rescue multiple times. And to see your hero slowly wither away was very hard, you know. I still feel like she's close to me, though, on the other side. But what's interesting is that when you think about I wish I could have done a session on her. See, what if you were in a profession that you would have done for someone who passed away? What do you do with that? And I think God gave me a gift one day, because I put out so many videos. So this is a benefit of going online and sharing your message. A lady I met with had pancreatic cancer, and I was able to help her and she sounded like my mom. Her name was Maria. I mean, it was really special. And she had pancreatic cancer. And it was almost like this, and I was very emotional during the session. And it was a form of like cathartic healing that I was getting for myself just for working with them. And anyway, I wanted to share that with you, that like that's a way that God blessed me. So like, look, I know you've been craving this to like pretending that you're doing a healing session for your mom will give you a lot of peace in your mind. And it did. And that ever since then, that gave me a lot of peace. That's like, I know she's proud of me on the other side, but it was just kind of cool to feel this is what it would have felt like. And I've always kept that feeling with me. So for those of you who are out there that have a message, you want to share something with people, just know there might be someone on the line because we won't show up online. And just think about that. And just know that your message does matter. So anyway, comment below whatever stood out to you in this video, or tag someone that needs to hear this. But yeah, definitely, if you're having these suicidal thoughts, suicide ideation, just know there's way more hope for you. I've helped a lot of people with that situation. And I think for me, if since I've had moments when I was a lot younger, like 16, when I had those things, if somebody would have told me, hey, that's just negative programming, that there's a reason why you have this, and they logically showed you what causes this, I think I'd be in a way better place at that time. So with that, again, hopefully comment below whatever stood out to you, and hopefully this message resonates with someone out there. All right, guys, take care.